What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the CNL. It's going to be week 5 this week. The Melbourne Remoraids are going to be taking on the Victorville Victinis and coach Spartan. That's really all I have to say about it. We're seeing it 2-2, picking up a win last week, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go into the team building. So here is Spartan's team. He has the Caldio. Caldio matches up pretty well against me. I don't have a grass type, so Hydro Pump or Surf is actually pretty spammable. I think the only water resist I have in my team is my Haxorus, and my Arachnid. Those are the only two that I have. I basically need to bring something to be able to take it on. Sylveon, it's pretty nice. Acts really well as a Wish Passer. It can do a lot. It can be specs. It can be like a bulky set. Wish as well. Specs Hyper Voice. It's like a damn truck as well. Darmanitan as well. My team matches up pretty badly against Darmanitan. I only have Arachnid and Moltres to be able to switch into Sheer Force Darmanitan, and even they get killed by Rock Slide from the Darmanitan. T-Tuck can switch in pretty well, but that gets killed by a Superpower if he does bring it. He has the Meloetta, one of his Z captains. Can be two different forms of Meloetta. I think like Aria form will probably match up better against me than Pirouette, to be honest. I think I just have 3 really good fighting resists on my team. Or 4, sorry. Rotom Cut, nice solid grass type, really good for pivoting. I have 2 fire types, I'm not sure if we're bringing that along. Can also be a defogger. Vileplume as well. Vileplume is a pretty nice, can sleep pattern, can strength sap, can do all sorts of different things. Probably not likely bring, because again I have 2 fire types and I have 2 flying types too. Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye is probably one of the most annoying mons to play against. It's just super bulky. It takes so many hits. It's fairly hard to kill it, and considering that I don't have a fairy, it's gonna be much more annoying to be going up against that. Zygarde as well. Zygarde can set up on quite a few different mons. I don't have very good ice coverage on my team. The mons that do get ice coverage kind of get checked by the Zygarde. That's pretty much it. Tornadus, I certainly expect Tornadus to come along this week. Double Dance Landorus is definitely a super huge threat to it. Or just Scarf Landorus. I'm expecting Scarf Tornadus to come along this week. Hurricane's actually pretty spammable against a lot of mons on my team as well. Escavalier, I have 2 fire types, so I have like really nice answers to the Escavalier. And Piloswine. Piloswine, I think was something that I kind of expected, but it's kind of a flyer. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to the first member of my team. That is going to be my Landorus. This is actually a rock polish set. So excuse the incorrect move there. Live editing. Rock Polish, Fly, Stone Edge, Earthquake. Rock Polish, of course, it means that I can outspeed pretty much his entire team, including Scarf Tornadus. Z-Fly will do so much damage to the Mega Sableye. I have Earthquake as well for stab, and Stone Edge is to hit the Tornadus. If I'm able to chip down a lot of his mons, then I will be able to win the game with my Landorus Therian. I just can't set up too early with it, that's the thing. Flying Spam is just super spammable against his team, so he doesn't really have many mons that can switch into a Z-Fly very well. Especially from even from like not +2 Landorus. We have a Scarf Moltres, again, Flying Spam, Flying is super spammable against his team. U-turn Fire Blast, Air/Hidden Power Ice. U-turn is of course for the pivoting ability. I have Hidden Power Ice for the Zygarde, Air/and Fire Blast just for dual stab. We have a Banded Haxorus. Again, Aerial Ace because of the flying coverage. Banded Haxorus is able to just break a lot of different Pokemon. Like Outrage will do so much damage to anything not named Sylveon. Poison Jabs for the Sylveon have Superpower as well, and that is for the Piloswine. Choice Banded Landorus can be a super good win condition as well. But yeah, that is going to be my Haxorus set. Moving on to the Wheezing, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, Toxic Spikes, and Will-O-Wisp. It is a Split F variant. It is going to be able to. It is my Sylveon check. Yeah, Toxic Spikes. This is actually Sludge Bomb as well. Again, live editing, very disorganized slides, and I apologize. Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Toxic Spikes, Will-O-Wisp. Willow is for the like so many monsters that can take it on physically. I can't Will-O-Wisp to Sableye obviously because of Magic Bounce. Yeah, excuse my cat in the background by the way. We have Charlie Berry Arachnid, Sticker Web Skull, Toxic Lunge. This is my main Zygarde check. It is Fizz Def with some special attack investment to be able to guarantee Breaker Substitute even with a Coil Up. That's why I did run Scald on it over Liquidation. Lunge is of course to lower attack, and Toxic is just to wear down some of his walls. If he wants to go Sylveon Heal Bell, then that's fine. I just need to keep this thing around fine. Last but not least, we have an Assault Vested Tyranitar. The speed in it is allowing me to outspeed an unspeed invested Sylveon. I have max special attack, quiet nature, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam. Fire Blast for the Escavalier, of course, and then Ice Beam for the Zygarde. Iron Head is also for the Sylveon, and Rock Slide is for the Tornadus. So that is going to be the team. I guess let's get into the battle. Okay, so here is the battle. We have... this is a team that I pretty much expected him to bring. So, he has the Keldeo, the Sylveon, the Mega Sableye, the Tornadus, Incarnate, the Zygarde, and the Meloetta. Meloetta was kind of an iffy bring, in my opinion. It's not a bad Pokemon, but I just don't think it matched up. It matched up fine against my team. But I think, yeah, it was pretty much what I expected it to bring. But yeah, this is the 60 brought. I have, of course, the team that I built in the team builder. So yeah, that is going to be the preview, and so let's get started. So I decided to lead off with my Arachnid, as he does end up leading off with his Sableye. I do go for a Scald and hope that I can get a burn off, as he does reveal that he has Metal Burst. So here I'm just going to switch straight out into my Wheezing. He is going to go for a Recover here. And I am just going to double into my Moltres, predicting him to go for a Will-O-Wisp, as he does just do just that. Now, I am just going to go for a U-turn in an attempt to chip the Sableye down, as he does go for another Metal Burst. Now, I do stay in with my Wheezing. I'm trying to get a burn off in the Sableye, then I can just chip it down. Unfortunately, I don't get a burn with this Flamethrower, or the next one, I don't think. Nope. It does just go for a Nightshade. I'm thinking, hey, if only you didn't have Will-O-Wisp, then I could set up with my Lando. He's going to go for a Recover. This Sableye, of course, being a piece of gem stuff. So I am just going to go for Fire Blast. I do over 50% to the Sableye, but he does do a lot of damage to me with the Metal Burst. As he switches into a Sylveon, I just go into my Sylveon check, which is going to be my special defensive Wheezing. He does reveal that he's Wish, so he's more than likely not an offensive set. He does actually pass the Wish off onto his Mega Sableye. I just go for Fire Blast. I want to get damage off on the Sableye. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have sacked this Moltres off, because it would have been able to deal with the Keldeo pretty well, and potentially Resolute Meloetta. So yeah, bit of a misplay there. I do go into my Landorus here, and I do attempt to get the kill with an Earthquake. Prey doesn't Will-O-Wisp, and he does go actually for the Recover, so I am just going to go for my Supersonic Sky Strike on the Sableye. I just want it dead. So the Sableye is going to go down. So in comes the Zygarde. I'm thinking, hey, I can probably Rock Polish up on this, but unfortunately he does pack the Glare. And so I do try to get another Rock Polish off, but I am fully paralyzed, and he reveals to be a Coil set, which is pretty scary to my team. I'm thinking, oh dear, he might be... Oh, he's Coil Dragon Dance. He has Coil, he has Dragon Dance. In hindsight, I probably could have set up with the Landorus Therian on this Arachnid. I am just going to go for Toxic, though, on my Arachnid, and then go for a Lunge to try and get the attack drop. He just goes for 1000 arrows twice and knocks out my Arachnid. So, unfortunately, Arachnid does go down. Now, here he is in range of a Choice Banded Outrage from my Haxorus. I'd essentially be sacking off my Haxorus because the Sylveon could just come in and Hyper Voice and kill me off. but I basically need to go for it. He is faster than me due to the +1 speed, and he does go for a glare, and unfortunately I do get fully paralyzed, and that is really big because I could have just killed the Zygarde off at this range. So I do end up sacking off my Weezing, which is another misplay on my end because I knew that I needed this thing for the Sylveon. He is going to go for 1,000 arrows. That is going to take me down, and the Toxic's going to go off. But unfortunately, he is Papa Berry, which means that he will be able to get back up to a reasonably healthy amount of health. He does go for 1,000 arrows, and I do go for a Rock Polish, which was another misplay on my end. I should have just gone for the Earthquake because I'm pretty sure I would have just put him in range of Toxic there. I was probably thinking, but he is going to go for another 1,000 arrows, and Landorus is going to die. He does take another round of Toxic, and down goes the Zygarde. So here I am going to make another misplay. In hindsight, I probably could have, the game's basically over anyway. He's killed off a lot of my offensive presence. Lando's dead, Moltres is dead, and then my two walls, Weezing and Arachnid, are also dead. So here I probably should have switched into my Haxorus because then I would probably have been able to get a differential point out of this exchange. However, I do switch in my Tita as he does switch into his Keldeo. He is just going to two-hit KO me with a Secret Sword. Secret Sword. Secret Sword is going to kill off the Haxorus. Haxorus is going to die. And then I am just going to go into my Tita, and the Sacred Sword is going to kill me off. So that is unfortunately going to be the 4-0 loss. The paralysis on the Lando didn't really matter. I probably shouldn't have stayed in and hit Rock Polish twice. What I should have done is Intimidate, shuffled the Zygarde, because then I probably would have been able to Toxic Stall it out just fine, and it wouldn't have been that much of a threat to my team. The paralysis and the Haxorus absolutely mattered, because I would have been able to just hit Outrage. I didn't notice the speed boost, but yeah, he revealed his whole set: Coil, Dragon Dance, 1,000 Arrows, and I think it was... what was his set? Glare. Glare was the last move. But yeah, the full power on the Haxorus 100% mattered there. I probably could have brought this to a 3-0 or a 2-0, depending on what his sets were with the Tyranitar in the back. I should have just gone straight into my Haxorus and tried to get a kill off on something. But yeah, I misplayed around with the Haxorus. That is going to be, unfortunately, GG to Spartan. He played really well. The Zygarde set really threw me off. And unfortunately, we are going to take our first loss in the CNL this season. We dropped to 2 wins, 3 losses with a differential of -2. And it's not actually the end of the world. Like, better get hacks now than in the matches that actually matter in the lead up to playoffs or matches in the playoffs. But oh well, good game. That was very well played, and that is going to be it for week 5 of the CNL. I guess I'll see you when I do my next battle. Bye.